Okay. Yeah, in today's session, we discuss about switch case. Okay. Switch case, we look into this particular construct. So whenever we talk about the flow, the control flow in a program, either it is sequential, selectional, and iterations. Okay. In a program, the control can flow in three different ways. Sequential, then part of the code can be selectional, part of the code can be iteration. Iterations are nothing but repetitions. Same code gets executed number of times that we call as loop. But when we talk about selectional, here it is conditional. Depending on certain condition, some code block gets executed. So for selectional, earlier we have seen if, next thing is here, if else, one more is here, if you have else if, similarly, you have here else if, then it is else if else. Else is always optional. If you want to include else, you can include. Okay, but here, when we go with the if, what happens here? When the condition is true, it is going to execute block of code. Or when the expression is evaluating to true, then it is going to execute a block of code. If you take the two-way branching, so if the condition, if the expression is returning a true value, the code which is following if is getting executed, otherwise it goes to else part. That means either expression is returning a true value or returning a false value. But when you go with the if else if like this, you can use here multiple expressions. Okay, in the first case, if the first expression is evaluating to true, that code block gets executed. Otherwise, whatever expression is getting evaluated with the next else if, so that gets executed. So like this, you need to specify here number of conditions. Okay, multiple conditions you can specify here. Unlike that, if you go with the switch case, so one expression can be evaluating to multiple values. So that we handle with the help of the switch case. So the syntax for switch case is something like this. You have expression. Okay, then you are forming a code block. We have here case value 1. Okay, case value 1. Then it is going to execute statement or statements, either one statement or multiple statements. Then you need here a break keyword. After that, here next one is case value 2. Okay, then again statement or statements. So which you have in the C in the same manner, this is break. In this way, you can go with the multiple case values. Case value n. You can specify that way. Here it is statement or again statements. So it's going to execute one statement or more than one statement. Then here it is break. When none of the cases are matching, it goes to default. Okay, it's default. Then it's going to execute here statement or statements. Okay, so this way the control is going to flow when we use the switch case. Only one expression, this can be returning multiple values here. Okay, either value 1 or value 2 or value 3 or value 4 or value n. When none of the case values are matching, it comes to default. So this way we use switch case. So you have a switch followed by expression. So if the expression is evaluating to this case value 1, the statements which which follow the case value 1 is going to be getting executed. Else, if it is not matching with the value 1, if it's matching with value 2, the statements which follow the case value 2 are going to be getting executed. So this way, you can write here multiple cases. So this is called as multi-way branching. Okay, We can branch in multiple ways, and break you need to use to come out from the switch construct whenever this expression is becoming value 1. Then you write here statements or statements. You may have multiple statements or you may have single statement. They get executed. To come out from that, to come out from the switch evaluation, you have to use the break key. If you don't use break key, automatically it comes into next case value 2. Okay, to avoid that one, you have to use here break keyword. Okay, now let us programmatically see some example here. So we go with this. Okay, switch example dot HTML. Okay, and as usual, you need to go here with the boilerplate. Then this is HTML head. Then here you have body. Okay, so we created a skeleton template. Now here in this, we need to fill it. So very first thing here, you need to go with the script part for JavaScript. Then here similarly, I go with this input type equal to, here it is text. Okay, type equal to text. Then here I write input type equal to text. I write here like ID is, okay, it is here weekday. ID is weekday. But this is read only. We don't enter here. This has to be taking value from the code. We are not going to enter. We pick some random number. That random number has to be put into this particular input. So this is a input text box. By default, this is read only. The ID for this is weekday. Okay, type of the input is here text. This has to take automatically data through the code. With code, we need to take it. The next one, here I go with the like span. ID is, okay, weekday.
So span spelling.
Yes, yeah, this is span. Fine. So this is weekday name. Okay. Then in the span, I want to put it. Fine. So here, I want to write some code now. Instead of using script in the header part, I write in the HTML after body. I want to write this. You can write anywhere the JavaScript code, but you must use the script tags. Okay. So next one here, I want to pick a random number into this input. I want to pick some random number. So for that you have here math library. So using that you can do. Right here where weekday is equal to here math dot followed by random. Okay, this is going to pick a random number for us between 0 and 1. We get a random number between 0 and 1. That means what? You get a fractional number. But we need only the integers. They must be between 0 and 7 or 0 and 8 we can take. So let us multiply that with the 8 here. Let us multiply that with the 8. And whatever we get, let us try to here. Let us try to convert the get as only integral part. Here we go with the math dot followed by floor. We have a function. So now we get the floor value. Okay, again I need to use here math dot random multiplied with here 8, or I can go with the 10 here. I'll go with the 10. So this has to pick some random number for us. it has to pick here the random number. So upon starting the application, automatically this is going to have a value. Okay, but using some button, here go with this button, then write on click equal to here, find weekday name. So this function I would like to invoke here. Then write find weekday name. So on this button, we have this caption. I'm picking here a random number between 0 and 1 that I'm going to multiply with the here with 10. So you get a value always from 0 to 9. Here you are going to get always a value from 0 to 9. Okay. So now we have to evaluate this. And first let us assign to this particular like input. So how do we do that? Document.getElementById. Okay, get element by ID. Then here go with the name of the input. It is weekday. Then write here dot value. We need to assign that value here. We take weekday. Okay, dot toString. You can convert to string using toString. There is a function called toString. With the help of that, you can convert it. Now, when we launch this application, what happens now? Just see. And even let us define this function. We may not write anything, but just let us define here. To define a function, you have to use the keyword function, followed by name of the function, set of parentheses, just to curly brackets. Okay, there is no code inside that, but still we can call this as defining a function. It is not doing anything, but we define function. So once we get a random number there, that we need to tell whether it is what weekday that is. But launch this and see. So whether value you are getting or not in that. Okay, come to this part. And what is the name of the program? So this is switch example. From here, we need to go with the switch example here. Launch it. It is picking here 7. Okay, it is picking here 7. Suppose we want to pick another number, reset something like that. We write one more function with the help of the value we can change here. Initially, this is picking 7, but next you may pick some other number. So for that, we write here one more method. It is function followed by here. Okay, pick a random number. Therefore, here we just take this and try to add inside this. We put here, but as soon as the page launches, you need to call this method or call this function here. Let us call that function and see in that. Okay. Now it is picking 8. You can have here a button. You can add one more button. When you click on the button, this must be reset. Okay, this must be reset. So you have to reset like that. Or upon focusing here, it may reset value. Suppose you click somewhere here. What should happen? Automatically the value must change. Like that also we see here. If you move on to this one, the value should change for us. Okay, then right here, we go to the text box here. In this on, we have various methods here. On about, on blur, on can play, on click. Okay, on focus probably you have somewhere. You have on focus. Upon getting focus, this has to invoke actually this pick random number. Okay, I'm calling that method. So upon moving mouse pointer into the text box, it is automatically going to pick a number for us. It is called on focus. Okay, now this is fine. Okay, since it is not, it is changing. Now it is changing, you see. It is, you're getting 2. Okay, when you click here, you are getting something like 8. Different values we get here. So 9 you are getting. Or else you can use a button. With the help of button also you can do it. Another button you can add, with that you can do. So now we need to find whether the number is a, what weekday that is. So normally we take 1 to 7 as weekdays. 1 is Saturday, then 2 is Monday. That way we need to take. So let us here evaluate. We use here switch. Followed by, here expression is what exactly? We require a number. Okay, we require here a number. So that number we need to get from the text, text box. So take here where num equal to, okay. So here how we assign, in the same manner we need to retrieve it. We retrieve the value. Okay, then this you need to convert to integer. So right here parse int. So using parse int, we convert the given text to here the number. Then switch followed by here num. Okay, switch num. Then here let us try to evaluate it. Right here case 1. So what do we print in that case here? When case is 1 here, we need to print in this like span. So again use here case 1. This is weekday name. Okay, weekday name dot inner HTML. We can go with the inner HTML, not inner text we take. This equal to here, what we write? Monday. Sorry, Sunday. This is Sunday. And this Sunday has to be converted to uppercase. This is what here? String constant. Here put dot followed by to upper. Okay, you can go to uppercase. You can convert that into uppercase. Okay, when it is case 1, when it is case 2, so when it's case 2, we go with the, this one is Monday. Okay, in the same way, we can go here with the case 3, case 4, case 5. Case 3, case 4, case 5, case 6, case 7. So let us change from here. This is 7. Then this is 6 we have. Then we have 5 here. Then we have 4. And this is 3 here. 2 and 1. Like this we have. So Monday, then after Monday, you have here Tuesday. Then you have here Wednesday. Okay, you have here Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Okay, Friday this is, then here it is Saturday. Okay, this can pick a number between 0 and 9. Okay, but we have to get values only 1 through 7. When it's more than that, or when it is 0, so we need to print it as invalid weekday. So right here, default, when none of the cases they are matching, it is going to be here default. Just right here, take this and put here, this is invalid weekday. Invalid weekday. We write this way, Okay, this is here invalid weekday. Okay, but everywhere we require a break keyword. Go with the break. In the same way here, also we need a break keyword. Okay, in the case 3, we require a break keyword. In the case 4, we need again a break. Here in the case 5, also break. Case 6 is break here. Case 7 is also break. Case 7 is going to be again default, we don't require any break. Okay. Sorry, this is case 7 break default. Fine. We have written here the break keyword. So if it is matching 1, after executing this, immediately you come out from the switch case using break keyword. Okay. So default means when none of the cases are matching, we come to default. When it's either, when it's either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, it's going to print appropriate weekday. But it's not matching any of those values. If it's not matching any value from 1 to 7, either it can be 0 or it can be 8 and 9. So when it is 0, 8 and 9, what will happen here? It's going to print invalid weekday. So just run and see now here. Okay. What it says here, invalid weekday. Again, we click here, 5 we get. It prints here Thursday, or is missing in that. Here missing or when it is 5 here. Okay, Thursday should print here now. When you go with the 8, it's invalid weekday. You must get. Okay. Again, refresh here. You got 4. When you click on this, it says Wednesday. Again, click here. You got 9. This must be invalid weekday. Okay. Again, click here. You got 5. This must be Thursday. Here it is 1, so it must be Monday. So sorry, 1 is Sunday, 2 is Monday. Like that, we take values. So switch case is working this way here. We are trying to evaluate num. Okay, when num is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's going to print valid weekday. Okay, it's going to print valid weekday. Otherwise, it's going to print this one here as invalid weekday. Because you take actually this as per Gregorian calendar, we have only 7 days. Okay, there is one more type of timing. This is by S-Watch. It's a Switzerland-based company. It is very much suitable for countries like India. Okay, so there you can have here like 10 days in a month, and there are going to be 10 months in a year. And every month can have, every hour can have 100 minutes. Okay, and every minute can have 100 seconds. So something like that, it's suitable for India, they say. So in a month, you have no weeks in that. In a month, you have 10 days, like Monday to Saturday, followed by Alpha Day, Beta Day, and Gamma Day. Like that, you can have actually 30 months in a year. You have 30 months in a year. Okay, and in every hour, you have 100 seconds, and every hour can contain actually 100 minutes. A minute can contain 100 seconds. So this way they propose the number system, and you can have actually only 20 hours in a day, not 24 hours, 20 hours in a day. So that way they proposed it. Okay, but when we go with that particular metric year, that's called as metric year. So if you go with the metric year, it will not be compatible with the rest of the world, because they follow other type of thing and we follow something else. It's going to be confusing. So we go with in the world, whatever time they use, same thing we follow. Otherwise, a Swatch Switzerland-based company, it is suitable for countries like India, tropical countries. India is also part of the India is a tropical, in the torrid zone. Okay, so a certain portion in the temperate zone, but we don't have anything in the frigid zone. Fine. So here, if you look at this, this is switch case. You have here one expression num. It is evaluating to either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, or it is going to be sometimes 0 or 8 or 9. When it is 0 or 8 or 9, it's going to print here invalid weekday. So this is basically switch case. It's called a switch case. It is evaluating the number to either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why it is taking only those values? See here. If you come to this piece of code, it is picking first of all math not random. When it is picking a number between 0 and 1, it can be any value. It can be 0.111, something like that, or it may be 0.21, something like that. You don't know exactly what that value. So when you multiply that with 10, what will happen? Suppose you have something like 0.12. When you multiply with 10, you get 1.2. Okay, you get 1.2. When you take 1.2 and when you try to get the floor of that, you get 1. So like this, you can get only integral part of the given number. Random is going to pick a random number between 0 and 1. Okay, so that means what? 0 and 1 means here, you are going to get a real number, not integer, you get a real number. When you multiply that real number with the 10, what are the possibilities? You may get value, minimum value 0 and maximum is going to be 9, but not more than that and not less than 0. So like this, I am multiplying with the 10 in that case. So you by multiplying with the 10, I am trying to here pick a number which can be lying in the range from 0 to 9, and that I am storing in the text box using this mechanism. Document.getElement by ID weekday dot value equal to weekday dot toString. So like this, I am assigning a value there. Okay. When this switch case is actually evaluating, what is happening here? You get the num value. That num value is, evaluated to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or it can be 0, 8, and 9. When it's 0 and 8, and when 0 or 8 or 9, it's going to print this value for us. It's going to print invalid weekday. So this is the switch case. This way you can write it. Just 1 minute. When only one expression you are using as a decision making in the decision making process, switch case is going to be more suitable. But when you go with if condition, you have to specify multiple conditions. When you are just evaluating only one condition, switch case is going to be better. And the outcome is if more than one value, then you can go with the switch case. Okay. So next,
Sir, it won't take like a 2-digit number, sir?
it will not
22,
take. If you want to
34.
go with in such case, you need to go with the 100. Okay. So if you multiply with 100, you can get 2-digit number. Just see here.
No, can we, if we enter like 32, will it take or not here? Enter
32, you are saying?
If we enter a number like 32,
Yes.
will it take inputs?
It will not, it's not going to take first of all input because I made it read only. If you put here, it will not take. Reason see, what I did here, I have made it as read only. So since it's read only, it will not accept first of all any input. It's not going to accept input. Even if you type here, nothing is coming here. Okay, nothing comes here. Reason, I made it actually like read only. Since it's read only, you can't enter. Okay, but if you multiply with 100, you can get that value. Let us see what value you get. See, math.random is picking what number for us? It picks a number between 0 and 1. When you take a number between 0 and 1, what value normally you can get? 0.000, some 1, 2. It may be like 0.999 like that. Maximum number you can get that way. But when you multiply with 10, what is the possibility? Let us see here another example how I do. Okay, in this only I do like this, where rnum, okay, random num is equal to math.random. What number it is picking, you see here. Okay, I'm picking here that num, then rnum multiplied with here 10 I take. Okay, multiply this with a 10 here, not with 100 but with 10. But here I show you some other things, like in the console, I want to print and show you that. Console.log. Here we go with this rnum. Okay, rnum multiplied with 10. What value it prints, see here. Okay, similarly here, rnum multiplied with 100. rnum multiplied with here 1000. rnum multiplied with here 10,000 I take. Followed by here, I want to print some string this way. You can identify easily. So run this now. Here we go and try to, and we open the like developer tools. In this console, we open refresh. What value you are getting? When you multiply with 10, you get only 5 point. When you multiply with 100, 57 we get. When we multiply with the 1000, 579. When we multiply with 10,000, 5,793 we get. Okay, even let us print here what is the number we are picking. Okay, first number, let us take it as R number or random number. I print in the other. Console.log. Okay, this is rnum. Followed by, I print this as random number picked. Okay, it is random number picked. Let us close this and see what we get here. So what we are getting here, 0.694025, like this you get a number. So when you multiply 0.6940258473712366, what you get here when you multiply with 10, you get definitely 6 only, 6.94. But when you multiply with 100, you get 69 point something. When you multiply with 1000, you get 694. And when you multiply with 10,000, you get 6,940. So like this, you get value here. Okay, the value, when you go with the, random number, it's going to pick a value between 0 and 1. It's going to be a real number. The number is lying between the 0 and 1. Okay, such number, when you multiply here with the, with 10, you get 6. But when you multiply with 100, you get here 69. When you multiply with 1000, you get 694. When you multiply with 10,000, you can get 6,940. So this way, we can use the random number. Okay, now if you go with the find weekday name, it prints this Friday. I click here, it is now 9. What is happening here? You got 9 here. If you see 0.96, something like that. When you multiply with 10, how much you got? 9 point. We are removing this fractional part, we are picking only the integral part. So for that, what I use here, I am going with the math.floor num%10. So when I go here, math.floor num%10, whatever we get here, this is basically the rnum multiplied with the 10. You get something like 9.68. But using math.floor function, when you give this number as input, what you get there? 9 only you get. In the mathematics, we use floor and ceiling. Okay, floor meaning is what you get 9. If you go with the ceil, you get this as here 10. Okay, in the case of ceiling, you get 10. In the case of floor, you are going to get 9. This is part of actually maths library. There is a library called math. From that library, we can use. So when you go here with the ceiling, you get 10. Whereas when you go with the floor, you get 9. Even see that one. Okay, let us see what value we get there. Here take console.log. Okay, console.log. Here write math.floor. Followed by, we give here rnum multiplied with 10. Okay, in the same way, here we go math.ceil, ceil. We have ceil, this is nothing but ceiling. Then here type same thing. So num multiplied with here 10. So what we get, see now in this. Refresh the page here. So how much you got? So when you go with the floor, you got 9. When you go with the ceil, you are getting 10. Here you see the value. R number, math.floor, R num multiplied with 10, you get 9 here. Math.ceil when you take, so you get or num multiplied with 10 is going to give you 10 there. Okay, because it is picking what number? It is picking here 0.98. Okay, when you multiply with 10, you get 9.805 something. Of that, we are getting ceiling is how much? 10 and floor is 9. Refresh this here, you get different number. Okay, again try with different number. 4 you got this time. So floor is giving you 4, whereas ceiling is going to give you here 5. So these are the mathematical functions we use. Okay, you have a library called math. In the math library, you have all these things. Earlier, we have seen square root. Okay, something similar to that. Here you have the floor as well as ceil functions. So using that, we are converting that into here integers. When you go with the math.floor, when it is 0.9, you get only 9, that number. And here, when you multiply with 10, so how much you get? 9 point something you get. So from that, we pick only 9. But when it is here 9.12, something like that, so when you go with the ceil, you are going to get 10 because the number is lying between the here 9 and 10. So when you go with the ceiling, you get 10. When you go with the floor, you get 9. So that way math.ceil and floor functions we use. Okay, so here it is picking a random number and we are getting the weekday. Any questions in this? Okay.
If suppose sir, if it is 6.5, 9.5, how will be the floor and ceil?
Okay, what is that? 6.5.
6.5 round figure.
So
How
ceiling is
floor.
6 and floor is going to be floor is going to be 6 and ceil is going to be I mean in that case so 6.5 you said. So ceiling
Yeah,
is
yes,
going
sir.
floor is going to be 6 and ceiling is going to be 7. Let us see that. Same thing we take and see here.
Like if it is above greater than 0.5, it is taking
No, it is not
value.
rounding. It's not rounding.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 6.5 you have here, and here it is again 6.5 we take. So 6.5, where exactly it's lying? It is lying in between 6 and 7 integers. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So when you go with the math.4 6.5, it is giving you the, lower boundary in this. What is the lower boundary? 6 is the lower boundary and 7 is the higher boundary. Okay. So see now what value you get. What it's printing here? 6 and 7 it's printing for us. It's printing 6 and 7. We have hard coded this here. So see this one. Okay. Here it is max and min values. Okay, so it should print now. Always this the floor has to give you 6 and this has to give you 7. Random, roundup is different function. It's not same. Roundup and is round function is different from the ceil and floor. Okay, the number is what here? 9.45. When number is 9.45, it is lying exactly where? Between 9 and 10. The lower boundary is 9, the upper boundary is going to be 10 for that. Okay, if you look at integers, this is a real number. But what is the integer? What are the integers in between them? It is lying between 9 and 10. When you go with the floor, you get 9. When you go with the ceil, you are going to get it as 10. Like this is math function works. Roundup is different again. Okay, so now whatever we get, we try to round it up here. We take here and try to round it up here in this. Right, console dot log. Okay, then this is math dot. You should have round function. You have a round here, followed by you need to specify here the number. So number we give or num multiplied with 10. So how this is going to round up? See here. So refresh. What is the value we got? 8.73 we got. Okay, when it is 8.73, this is going to round it up to 9. Once again refresh. So this time what we got? 0.12 means it is going to be 1. It cannot be 2 there. So the logic you were saying is matching here in this.
So if it is above greater than 0.5, it is
Yes.
taking the higher value.
Yes,
So if it is
higher
below
value.
0.5,
Otherwise, yeah, it takes lower
it is
value.
taking the you mean the
Lower
lower
value.
Okay.
Yes. So like that
Lower
is
value,
taken.
okay.
So that's a round function. This floor and ceil are different and round is different. Okay, and we used here even random function. With the help of that, we are picking a random number. Now we find its application in other program, how we do it. So next one, this is a switch case. Next is going to be loops. And these are called as iterations. JavaScript supports here while loop, do while. Okay, one more is here for loop, for each. Okay, for off we have another loop, one more is here for in. Like this you have the loops. Okay, so while loop, do while loop, for loop, for off we have one more thing is for in. Okay, so these are the 5 types of loops supported in the JavaScript. So how the while loop is first see here. You write like this while followed by expression. As long as expression is returning a true value, what happens? The loop gets executed repeatedly. Okay, but once this expression evaluates to false, then you stop the loop. So loop execution stops. So loop is nothing but you execute statements repeatedly. Okay, you are going to execute statements repeatedly. So using the loops, you have 5 different types of loops. One is for loop, second thing is do while loop, then other one is for loop, for off loop, and for in loop. So let us discuss first with the while loop here. Okay, let us write a program. So the program name is going to be like lucky number. Okay, so or luck game. This is .html. Okay, this is going to be a game. Here, user picks a number, computer picks a number. When both of them match, the user gets 1 point. Otherwise, user don't get any point. Like that, we write the game here. So doc type declaration we take. Then here it is HTML. Then this is body here. Okay, on the top we have head even. Okay, so user has to pick a number and computer has to pick another number. User has to pick a number and computer has to pick another number. So that way this has to work. Okay, then here we take this way. We are going to have like this here. This is input. Type is here text. ID equal to here it is num. Okay, then this is placeholder. You can put placeholder, enter your guess. Between 0 and 1. Okay, in between 0 and 9. So from that range, user has to pick a number. That is it. Okay. Then followed by, here I keep a button. So the button is here like button. Type is no type here. Yeah, just on click. Okay, on click, compare numbers. Compare numbers. Like this we have. Okay, user has to pick here a number and computer also has to pick a number here. Fine. So here it is compare user input with computer guess. Okay, computer guess. Fine. This way we have the button. We have button like this. The next step here it is. Okay. Here we need to place all this in a table format. We need to add to the table here. Just take table. Then write ID here is results. Okay, then here it is. Take like this, and this is here TR, followed by this is TH. Okay, in the TH, what we write is okay, right here, computer guess. The computer pick a number, and this is your guess. TH, user guess. Like this we take. Followed by here, we go with another TH, then right here, 4. Like this we take. Okay, here we should be appending it. We need to append to the table. Every time a row has to be created, the row has to be appended to the here to the table. Data must be getting appended to the table in that. Okay, so here it is written this way. Now come to the code here. We write the code in this. We write the code here in this. So here what happens is okay, it will not work this way. The table we can use, but it will not be working this way. It is difficult to manage like this 10 times only. We cannot do, or else with button you need to manage that. 10 times only button should work. After that, button should not work. Okay. So let us declare here some global variables. Go with the script. Okay. First of all, var n times equal to this is 1. Then followed by var score equal to, here it is 0 initially. Score equal to 0. Okay. We need to now compare here this one. Compare numbers, we need to write the function here. So go with this, then write here function, followed by compare numbers. We take like this. Next one, computer has to pick a number initially. Okay, computer has to pick a number initially. Therefore, write here function, write get a number. Get a number from computer. So this is going to pick a random number for us. Here write var n equal to. So here we go with the math.random. Math. First of all, this is here close. Followed by here it is math.random. We multiply that. Multiplied here with the 10. Like this we pick here n. We are going to pick here n. Okay, so when we go with the compare numbers, when we click on the compare numbers, first what should happen here? We need to here pick the value from the text box. Where is the text box? Num is the text box. Here write let n1 another number document dot get element by id. Okay, then here take the that is what exactly num followed by dot value. Okay, whatever value you pick, this should be converted to number. So therefore here we write parse int, but this has some other impact as well. We need to see what is that impact. Or else you must write here. Here we must write type equal to not text, type equal to number. you need to make the size here type equal to number. With that, the problem can be minimized. Okay, now we need to compare with the computer picked number. Okay, right here, if n, okay, if n equal to n1, then here, okay, we write this way, if n equal to, here write this way, okay, where guess equal to incorrect. By default, we assume this is incorrect. But when equal to 1, here we do write like this. Okay, what we do here, where n equal to 1, then guess equal to, we write it as correct. This way, we make it correct. After that, we need to append to the existing table. Okay, to the existing table, we have to append this. Then right here, okay, like this, document dot get element by ID. Okay, table ID we should get here. What is the table ID? Table ID is here, results. Followed by here, dot, we go with the append. Okay, we need to append here a table row. Right here, tr. Dynamically, we create a row here, tr. Then in this, you go with the td. What value we have to put here? So here we go with the single quote, then put here a plus symbol. So computer guess first we need to pick here. That is what n, you can write here dot to string. Let us convert to string and show there n dot to string. We put this. Okay, n dot to string we put here. Plus, again we take this here. Okay, so here we write this as again slash td. Then here once again td, this is table data, and go with the plus symbol here. Computer guess this is. So you need to go here with the n1. n1 dot to string, convert to string this one here, n1 dot to string. Okay, put plus again here this one, close the slash td. Let us put, okay, slash td we put here. Next it is once again, okay, 2 we don't require, this we need to close td. Then here it is, again we go with the plus symbol. Then after that, we need to write this as, what is the guess you have here? Guess. The next thing here it is slash td, followed by here it is slash tr. Like this we take and we here close this. We are going to append that particular type of data. We are going to append that data. Next one. So you have here n times. Here we now, increment it. N times plus plus. Okay, if n times, we take this, if n times, here write greater than 10, in such case we need to disable this. Let us disable this. Which button you need to disable? The button whatever you have here, that has to be disabled. So button is what exactly? Button ID is for us. We don't have an ID, so put the ID. ID equal to btn. Just we put only one button you have, you can put btn. So right here, this is right here, document dot get element by ID. Okay, followed by here, we go with the btn, then dot disabled. Disabled. Okay. Disabled equal to, here it is disabled. You need to assign like this value. Okay, we need to assign like this. So it is going to be getting disabled and you can pick only 10 times in this. How this works, let us run this. Once this is complete here, you need to pick again another random number. So just take this and try to pick here another random number. After this, you pick here another random number. Okay. Now, this is what exactly, I'm not using any for loop here. So we don't use any loop. With loop also I demonstrate that. But first let us run this. This is what luck game. We come to this here, then try to run the luck game. Okay, we don't have any number here right now. I enter number like 4. Okay, what is happening in this? Nothing is working. Let us go and see here. Spelling is wrong here. Parse int spelling is wrong. Because of that, we have a problem there. So where is exactly parse int? Somewhere I use the parse int. So which is not actually working. Here I think I have some parse int problem. Spelling is wrong.
Line 20. Yes.
Yes. Parse int. We have, so because of that, it's giving error. Refresh it. Enter some 4, 3 here. Again, it says here, n is not defined. Uncaught reference number, n is not defined. But we have defined here where n. Why this is giving error? It's giving error because we have defined it inside a function. Okay, inside a function we defined this is a local variable. So just put here where n equal to outside this. Let us put here some 0. Here we remove this and using this you can do. Here you can call this function instead of calling this one simply here. Here I'm trying to assign something like that. So let us put this here. It is going to pick the value for us. Now try to run this. Enter some 3. It is simply printing TD 0, then followed by 3 incorrect. It is showing here TR, TD, something like this. Okay, it is not shown like actually table here. Table row like that is not shown. Now I go here with the 5th one, then again try to compare with that. It is printing here only the TR. So it is not put in the table. It's not put in the table part actually. So what is the problem? We can see later on that. Table ID equal to results. You have a TR, you are closing TR. Later on what we do here, we write this way here. We are just trying to append the text. We are trying to append the text, because of that we have an issue. Okay. So instead of this, at one time only we can process everything. Okay, so here when you try to append, it's not taking properly. Okay, so results dot append, when you say, you get this problem. Okay, so how to append a row? Let us see here in this. Okay, how to append a table row, a TR, because I could not remember all this, to a table. So using Google also you can find sometimes insert row method you have. Okay, if you see this one here, insert row you have. So how that gets inserted, see here. There is a method called insert row. With the help of that, but here it is inserting empty row for us. Not empty row, we need to append there. We need to append dynamically. So for that, let us see here. That one. So append a TR to an existing table. JavaScript. Okay. That's not working. So here insert row cannot work. In the table body, let us try to print this. Okay, so if you go with the inner HTML, at one time we can have only one row there. So let us go with the insert row dot inner HTML. With that, whether it works or not, we see. So here it is. Where are we appending this? Okay, insert row. We take there and here it is insert row, then dot inner HTML. Dot inner HTML. Okay, equal to, let us put like that. And here we remove this one. How this works now? See. Okay, go to this, refresh. Here go with the 2. Nothing is happening in that. So what is the problem we see here in this? You don't have any errors in this, but not getting actually inserted there. Okay, it's not getting inserted. Fine. So instead of showing immediately, what we do, we take like this. We are trying to declare a variable here where table data equal to, here we define table. Okay, we go with the table followed by here like border. Now we take table. Then here it is style equal to border followed by here it is solid. We take a solid, this one, followed by we have a tr, whatever we have on the top. Instead of this, I change it to div here. I just take actually div. Okay, this part I am going to put here in this. So let us go with the tr in this. So here it is a tr. We have a tr, and inside this we put it. Then we end a tr there. Like this we do. Okay. So now next step, what we do here is, okay, table data equal to, here it is table data plus we take and we try to add another row. Okay, we try to add another row. Else what happens here? Greater than 10, we disable. Okay, we are going to disable that. After that, we try to assign to the table there. We don't have any table, but we have a div here. So div results we have. So the div we are going to assign now here. Okay, just write here document dot get element by ID. Okay, get element by ID. Then here inside this, what is the ID for the table? It is results. Then write dot inner HTML. Inner HTML, this is here table data. With this, we can actually assign the data. We are going to assign data this way. So else, as usual, this happens there. Like this is the code we have written. Now we need to pick here so many times. Go with the 2, then go here this time with the 6, go here with the 5, 10 times we need to pick. Go here with the 8. Next time we go here with the 1. Okay, go here with the 6 again. We go with some 3. Okay, again go here with the 6. 10 times we need to take that. 8 we take. Once again we go with the 9 here. Now it is disabled and you are getting like this. Score cannot be incorrect. This is wrong actually. We need to increment score and score we need to display. So something we are getting wrong in this. Score cannot be incorrect. We cannot say, okay, action, the result, incorrect result or correct result, but score we need to get. Score is just 1 here we have. So whenever it is actually like it's not guess equal to correct we are writing, that is okay. Other thing is here, other thing is going to be, you have to increment the score here, score plus plus. Here this must be score plus plus. Score has to increment. Then what we should write here, it must be score not guess. Okay, score dot, we print, this is to string. We convert to string and we display that. So this way it has to work. And one more thing, how many times we need to run? We need to show even here. Okay, above the text box, we need to show that. Right here, span id equal to n times. Okay, n times this is, then by default it is one time. Okay, or we can write this as here 10 times left. Okay, 10 times left, we have like this, and every time we need to change it. We need to change that particular thing every time. So here, right, whenever you come to this point, after this, we need to write this way. Okay, we need to write in this way. Here, right, what is the ID for us? On the top, it is after this even we go here with a VR tag. Okay, here we need to show how many times it is left. Come to this point, then here type document dot get element by ID. Okay, then here we go with the is it n times on the top what we have taken? N times. Here write n times dot inner text equal to, we write here 10 minus n times dot to string. Okay, dot to string we take here, followed by plus times remaining for guessing. Like this we put it. Okay, refresh this here. It prints 10 times left. Enter 3 here. It says now 9 times remaining for guessing. Go here with the 6. See here, 8 times it says. Go with the 9. It says now. Okay, then here go with the 1. See like this. Go with the 6. Try to get some value. Again, go here with the 6. 5 here. So again, go here with the 6. What result we get? 3 times it's saying here. This is for 2. Then this is going to be here 5. 1 times left. So enter something like 6 here. What it says? 0 times left. So like this, you can get the score here. What computer picked number is 005009, but user is guessing these things. So ultimately at the end, you can find the score. Score is here, cumulative score. Only once this is matching, in no other case this is matching here. So this is nothing but here a guessing game. I have done using here just functions. I haven't used any loop here. I'm not using any loop. Without using loop, I have done this. Okay, so dynamically I'm creating here HTML. That HTML at the end I'm appending. When do I append here? So whenever here, like compare numbers. Okay, so when I'm going to append that one, whenever it is n times greater than 10. Once 10 times it's completed, I'm taking and assigning to this. So this way it is going to work for us.
Can you go to this solution, the Chrome?
And one more thing I need to add even here. At the end, we need to add table also. I haven't added, but table also at the end we need to add. So just a minute. Here to this table data, I should append the table data equal to table data plus followed by here slash. This is table. This is important. Without that, you have a problem. Table will not render in the proper manner. If you see here, it's not coming correct. Okay, once again, let me check here. 4, 9 times it is. One time this is. Similarly, you need to go with the 5 times. You need to go here with the 4 times, 6 times it is. Then 6 again, 5 times. Go here with the 0. Okay, then this is 2. Then this must be here 4. Again, go here with the 4. Then 1 time it is. So go with the 5. So with this you get. Only last time this is matching here. It's getting matched only in the last time. So this way, user is guessing and the computer also guessing. This is what computer pick a number, and this is here user. Okay, user guess and score gets incremented whenever it's matching. Okay, so this is the code finish. So logic basically it must be in us. Okay, we can show few examples for logic, but logic must be in us. We have to write logic as per, our own way. Okay, so logic cannot be taught basically. Only the code, how the code is working, that can be taught. And to make you to mimic such things, we can implement few logic. Okay, but logic cannot be taught. Logic has to be with us. Manish, which part you want to see?
No, in the last, I think, in the last comparison, the last one is not matched. No. So actually, I don't know.
Last is not matching.
Yeah, in the last
Here,
result, in the last,
5,
not
5, 1, you are
not in
getting.
this case. No, in the last one, in the last comparison, I think we have 1 and 6, but we got score 1. So that's what I was wondering.
It is cumulative score. On the top,
Okay,
if you get 1, so the 1 comes here. This is, I'm saying cumulative score, total score this is.
Okay.
Every time the score you're going to get. So score, otherwise it can be only just 0 or 1 here. Okay, but we get total cumulative score in this. Once again, see here how this works. And one another problem is, after doing on this here, when you click on the button, this must be cleared here. Let us put even that. When you click on the compare numbers, so we need to clear that particular thing. So here it is document.getElementById dot value. So equal to here, we need to clear that particular thing. Compare numbers. After that, this has to be here cleared. We should clear the value, then it is going to be clear for us. Now enter 4. After that, that's getting cleared. Go with the 2, it gets cleared. Go with this 4, again enter 4, again enter 3 here. Okay, 5 this is, enter 5, 4 we enter, then we enter 1. This time nothing is matching here. Every time it is none of the cases is matching here. 0, 4, 9, 2, 8, 3, like this it's not matching. Even guessing up to 3 numbers is very, very difficult. Because computer picks some number you don't know, it can be anything in between 0 and 9, and you are going to guess that number. Okay, when both the numbers match, you get the score as here 1. Okay, suppose you got here your score as 1. Suppose next case also matching, in that case your total score is going to be 2. Score gets incremented always, whenever they match. Understood, Dinesh?
Yes.
So any other questions?
No, I'm good.
So this is basically without using a loop we are doing. We in next session, same thing we implement using a loop. Just by using if conditions, we are doing it. So instead of using like if condition like this, so we can use the loop with loop we can do in the next session.